In this scale, we're going to be converting between the pH and pOH of a solution and determining if a solution is acidic, basic, or neutral. Let's head to the reference sheet. Here, for pH and pOH, we have this equation. pH plus pOH is equal to 14 when we're at 25 degrees C. This question is at 25 degrees C. So we know that pH plus pOH is going to equal 14. Now, pH, that tells us about the concentration of H plus ions. pOH tells us about the concentration of OH minus ions. In a neutral solution, the pH is 7. According to our equation up here, pH plus pOH equals 14. So if pH is 7, pOH must also equal 7 so that they add up to give 14. So here we can see the pH and pOH are the same. That's telling us the concentration of H plus is equal to the concentration of OH minus. In an acidic solution, our pH is less than 7. Because it's a logarithmic scale, a small number for pH tells us we have a higher concentration of H plus ions. Now, according to our equation here, pH plus pOH equals 14. So if our pH is less than 7 for acidic solutions, our pOH must be greater than 7 for acidic solutions. That tells us that the concentration of H plus is greater than the concentration of OH minus. Finally, in basic solutions, we know the pH is greater than 7. According to our equation, pH plus pOH is equal to 14. So if our pH is greater than 7, our pOH must be less than 7. And that's telling us that the concentration of OH minus is greater than the concentration of H plus. Remember, because it's a logarithmic scale, high pH means a low concentration of H plus, and vice versa. Low pH means a high concentration of H plus. The same with pOH. High pOH means a low concentration of OH minus, and low pOH means a high concentration of OH minus. So it's the opposite than what you might think because it's a logarithmic scale. Okay, so let's give this question a go now. In this question, we have a student experimenting with a sample of solution that has a pH of 8.18 at 25 degrees C. Firstly, we'll ask, what is the pOH? So we know we have our equation, pH plus pOH is equal to 14. We're trying to find pOH. So let's subtract pH from both sides of our equation. That way pH will cancel on the left. We're left with pOH is equal to 14 minus pH. So if we substitute our numbers, pOH is equal to 14 minus the pH, which is 8.18. That gives us pOH is equal to 5.82. Let's fill that out here. Awesome. Next we'll ask, is the solution acidic, basic, or neutral? So we know our pH is 8.18, which is greater than 7. So our pH is greater than 7. We know our pOH is 5.82, which is less than 7. So pOH is less than 7. That tells us we have a basic solution. And remember, basic solution means a concentration of OH minus is greater than a concentration of H plus. And that matches up with what we've said over here because we have a higher value of pH, which means we have a lower concentration of H plus, and we have a lower value of pOH, which means a higher concentration of OH minus. Since we have more OH minus than H plus, we have a basic solution.